Grant Johnston here with this episode of Weather Preparation on this Friday, February 2nd, 2024. Yes, it's Groundhog Day. The groundhog did not see a shadow, so that means an early spring. Hey, we all knew that, right? It's already been spring-like with the mild weather, but now we could be adding to that with the chance of some spring-like thunderstorms later tonight, especially here in North Texas, parts of Oklahoma up into Kansas, and especially in South Texas. Some of those storms could get a little bit rowdy. This is the same storm system that has been causing all sorts of trouble out to the west and has led to some big weather headlines out through California with some flooding and feet of snow out west, especially in the Sierra Nevadas. Now all that snow moving into the Rockies. So there's a lot to talk about here as this storm system moves out into the central plains later today and tonight. Strong to severe thunderstorms possible. And the question is, where is winter? It's hanging on in the northeast, that's for sure, but it could be a lot colder this time of year. We know that. But it does look like toward the middle to latter half of February, we could be dealing with a return of winter. We'll talk about it, and we'll start off here with a big overview across the country. Then we'll get local with the North Texas forecast. Start off here with a big picture across the United States. The national weather map here, the current hazards showing fog advisories for a good portion of the upper Midwest and the northern plains, also down toward the Gulf Coast, Houston and New Orleans under dense fog advisories. But out to the west, the story, of course, is with the winter weather. As we take a closer look, winter weather advisories, winter storm warnings showing up in the pink coloring. And out ahead of this, we've got high wind warnings across New Mexico and far west Texas. There's a lot of wind and precipitation with this storm system. It's on the move, and it's moving into the central plains. So let's kind of walk you through here. The precipitation is starting to break out in the Texas Panhandle. Eventually, we'll see some thunderstorms by tonight out ahead of this area of low pressure. Let's get to the computer models here. The North American model showing this area of low pressure at 994 millibars. And now this time frame will be this evening into Friday night. You can see a few scattered showers and some thunderstorms developing out ahead of that area of low pressure as it's tapping into some Gulf moisture. It's been a real humid day here in North Texas, and that is the Gulf moisture returning. So kind of a spring-like setup. And then the blue that you see, of course, that's the heavy snow through the Rockies, and it's still falling back farther west in the Sierra Nevada mountains out in California. This time frame here is overnight, and you can see how the thunderstorms develop from southwestern Nebraska through central and southern Kansas into Oklahoma, and then stretching down into Texas as well. Some of these storms could be severe with a threat for high winds and hail. Tornado threat is low, but it's not zero, especially southwest Oklahoma, extending back down into Texas and far south Texas. This time frame here will be Saturday morning. The storm system is not going to last terribly long. It'll be a progressive system, meaning that it scoots on through and moves through rather quickly. But these storms certainly could pack a punch as they move through parts of Oklahoma, eastern and northern Texas as well. Here in Dallas-Fort Worth, we'll probably have some storms late tonight, and then they'll march off to the east over toward Tyler and Longview, then toward Shreveport as we head into the very early morning hours on Saturday. You guys down in Houston will likely see some of these thunderstorms early in the day on Saturday. Then they should clear out rather quickly as they move over into southern Arkansas and Louisiana, and eventually over into Mississippi and southern Alabama as we head through Saturday afternoon. Rainy weather heading toward Florida, it looks like, by Sunday. So this area of low pressure on the backside, that's where all the cold air is coming in behind it, and that's where the heavy snow is going to be. Strong winds coming into this as well, the upper Midwest, the northern plains, and also through West Texas as that strong west to southwest wind flows in to that area of low pressure. And you'll notice out west, another storm system coming on shore into California. That'll be moving in Sunday into Sunday night. So we advance this here and looking at the severe weather risk map. This time frame is for Friday night. This slight risk category does include Abilene, San Angelo, San Antonio. It's right on the edge of Dallas-Fort Worth, DFW technically in the marginal risk category, along with Waco and Austin. But in that slight risk category especially, that's where there could be some large hail and damaging winds. The tornado risk is a 2% area. That's pretty low, but we're not discounting it. There might be a brief tornado or two, especially a little farther south in Texas. And as far as the wind potential, there could be some damaging wind gusts around 50 to 60 miles per hour, perhaps a brief gust over 60 miles per hour. This is the hail outlook in that hatched area that you see in far south, southwest Texas, generally San Antonio area, a little bit farther to the south. There could be some large hail with these storms as they roll through. Now let's talk about precipitation totals. Yes, there's going to be a lot of rain. Some areas here picking up 1 to 2 or even 3 inches of rain as we head through the weekend. So let's walk you through here, take a closer look at Texas and Oklahoma, picking up a ½ inch to an inch from Oklahoma City down to Dallas-Fort Worth. Could even see 1 to 2 inches of rain just east of DFW over toward Tyler and Longview over toward Shreveport. The Houston area will likely get 1 to 2 inches of rain, and that all translates eastward into Arkansas and Louisiana as we head into Saturday. Mississippi, you're going to get some heavy rain out of this. Also central and southern Alabama looking at over an inch. South Georgia, northern Florida, the panhandle of Florida, probably 1 to 2 inches of rain from Saturday into Sunday. And yes, out west, we're talking about another storm system for California. More heavy rain and more heavy snow with this weather system. Could see an additional 1 to 2 or maybe even 3 feet of snow in the Sierra Nevadas mountain chain as we head into Sunday and Sunday night with that next storm system moving on shore. And here is that next storm system. This time frame is for Sunday into Sunday night. Another storm system, just a conveyor belt here, real active jet stream pattern, tapping into this Pacific moisture and just funneling it all into California. Some more heavy rain and snow. And then there's the storm system moving through the southeast. It should exit as we head into Sunday and Sunday night. There, it'll probably move out rather quickly on Monday. But you can see how this storm system out west is taking its time, moving through the Rockies and affecting the west coast into Monday as well. Through the middle of the country, fairly quiet weather to start off the work week with high pressure in control. European model toward the middle of next week, next Tuesday. It's a real wavy pattern here, and this basically translates to unsettled weather out on the west coast and pretty nice weather through the middle of the country with this ridge that's in place. But as we go out farther out into the future, we're going to take a look here at the European model, and you can see how things change. This is late next week, and we're looking at that trough working its way eastward, still warm and mild through the east and southeast, but I want to fast forward 1 week, so we go from February 8th to February 15th. Did you see that? A complete reversal of this upper level pattern. So we'll rewind February 8th to 1 week beyond that, and look how the ridge returns out to the west, and some much colder air starts to push in to the Great Lakes to the northeast, and this could easily slide farther south to include the southeast and the eastern United States. So winter is not done yet, folks. This could be a return of some Arctic air. Still a little too early to determine exactly the strength and the extent of this, but definitely the European model is signaling some colder air returning as we head into the latter part of February. Okay, a closer look at North Texas weather as the storm system moves our way tonight. We'll see showers and thunderstorms late tonight toward midnight. Could be some heavy rain, some gusty winds, and maybe even some small hail here in Dallas-Fort Worth. Rain chance going up close to 100% later tonight. Should move out quickly, though, so I don't look for that rain to linger into Saturday, but there could be just a few showers around, so it'll be out of here. But let's walk you through here our computer model showing those heavy showers and thunderstorms developing tonight. As we go through the overnight hours tonight, it likely turns into a solid line of storms approaching Dallas-Fort Worth around midnight or perhaps shortly thereafter. And there could be some damaging winds and some hail with those storms. They're going to pack a punch, laying down some heavy rain, likely close to an inch of rain in Dallas-Fort Worth, maybe 1 to 2 inches farther to the east. And again, that severe weather outlook has DFW in the marginal risk and a slight risk farther to the west. So we'll be tracking it, watching it closely. Temperatures are going to stay in the 60s on Saturday after the morning showers come to an end. A little bit cooler on Sunday. Followed by some pleasant weather to start off next week, maybe some more brief showers as we head into Thursday of next week. So that's all for now. We'll keep an eye on things. Thanks for joining me. Hey, if you stuck with me this long, make sure to hit that subscribe and like button. Grant Johnston here for weather preparation, and have a great day.